back to my channel. I missed you guys. It's been so long, right? I know I haven't done a video in a minute, but a lot has been going on with this global pandemic. So let's just do quarantine in college today, okay? So we are gonna just be giving some tips and tricks and things that I knew before college and things that's actually helped me get through every semester once I found out about them. And yeah, let's just talk about it. I don't have my iPad today. I don't have my notes on my iPad, but I did write down some notes on some sticky cards. So if I'm looking down, I'm looking down at my notes. Yeah, so we're just gonna be college advice. And right now, it's looking a little scary because we are actually doing online school right now, being that we're practicing social distancing. So it's a bit different. I've taken online courses, but it just has not been to this magnitude that all my classes have to meet online. But you know, I'm making it work. So I just want to share my tips and tricks and just tell you guys what I know. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. My first tip is do not feel pressured. I mean that in a couple senses. So I mean it with activities you sign up for, because when you're a freshman and you get onto a campus, on most campuses of course, I'm not speaking for every college or university, but you are bombarded with activities, different clubs you should be a part of, sports, you know. So I do feel like you shouldn't feel any pressure. You should feel your freshman year, you should try to make it as light as you possibly can. Take it easy. Get the roadmap of the school. Like try to figure out exactly how the activities and how things run in the school. When I also say don't feel pressure, I also mean it in regards to your major. It's okay to come into college without knowing exactly what you want to do. It's fine. It's okay to be unsure. It's okay to have 3 options. It's okay to have 2 options. It's okay to have what somebody else suggests for you also to do. But I feel you shouldn't feel pressure. Try your best to do what is going to make you happy while you're in college. Because that emotional roller coaster, doing what somebody else wants for your life, they're not experiencing that emotional roller coaster with you. College is ups and downs. Because you're in college, your social life does not change, you know, like you still have a social life. For me in particular, I still had to go to work. I still had a work life. I was still, you know, I would go to class sometimes and then after class go to work. Or I would go to work sometimes and after class go to work. So it's like you still have a life, you know, and your professors are human. So just try your best not to feel any pressure. Try your best to do things that's gonna make you happy at the end of the day. Oh, this is a really, really good tip. Try your best to get yourself acquainted with somebody that has already been in the school, and particularly in the major, if you know your major that you want to do, that you're in. You can look at that person as a big, like, you know, big sister, big help, a peer reviewer. It's just easier when you have questions. Of course, you can go to your advisor and ask questions, but you know, it's easier when you actually have somebody that has already kind of gone through the coursework. They sometimes can suggest really good professors that you should take. Or they can suggest, you know, like different textbooks. You can also get help with textbooks. Like once they use a textbook for a course, most times they're not going to use that textbook again. So some people are even willing to give you the textbook, even if they paid for it, PDF it to you. PDF sharing is a big thing also in college. Asking around, figuring out, you know, do you really need to even purchase a book? I actually have a website that I'm going to link down below that has millions of books. And I wish I found out about this website while I was a freshman. Too bad that I found out while I'm a lower senior, but it's okay. I'm willing to help you guys. So the textbook link will be down below. Another thing, if you do not find someone that you can be acquainted to in regards to your major or anything like that, the website Rate My Professor. Before you actually sign up for classes, sometimes you might see their name. Sometimes it might just say staff, but if you are able to see their name, you should definitely check out the rates and what people are saying and the difficulty level and how much homework, exam breakdown. Knowing that type of information kind of gives you a head start before you see the syllabus and before you even meet the professor. So try your best to see if you can get, you know, the teacher's name for a certain department and just figure out. And also, while you do look at Rate My Professor, make sure you do leave honest rates too, because sometimes I've taken a course that all the ratings were terrible, but that was the only professor left. So I'm actually glad I took that professor and I ended up leaving what I believe is an accurate rate. Sometimes people are just afraid of work. So you can't take every opinion there, but majority rules is the way I work on that website. Whatever most people are saying is what I'm usually going to agree with, and I'll find out myself if I end up taking that professor. Before every semester, figure out what's important to you. So for instance, my next semester that I would be going into would probably be fall. So before fall, I will figure out what's important. Like, okay, is it that I need to bulk up on my English GPA? Is it that I need to focus more on my science GPA? Figure out what's more important to you. Also, figure out what your extracurricular activities will be. Mine are always very, very limited in school. Hardly any volunteer, being that I work. Another important thing is managing your time in college. So in high school, you might have or you might not have had teachers down your back letting you know, extending deadlines and stuff like that. In college, once you have your syllabus, most professors abide by their syllabus. The syllabus is basically the course handout. It's basically the whole semester when things are due, homework assignments, tests. Most professors do not remind you about when an exam is. If they do, then it might come up in lecture, but it's your duty and you're obligated to know because you have a syllabus. If the professor ended up giving you a syllabus in the beginning of the course, you're obligated to know what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to have. Manage your time. The reason why it's so hard to manage your time because you have ample time. And the reason why I say you have ample time is if you already know when all your assignments are due because of the syllabus, because you have the syllabus, you need to be able to be disciplined enough to sit down and actually study. Another tip of mine is that in college, there's no such thing as a teacher's pet. Everybody should aim to be a teacher's pet, because not only does it help you out in the semester, you build a bond with that professor. So you're able, when you don't really understand something, to email the professor or to go to the professor's office hours. That's when the professor designates time to meet that professor's students. So you guys can meet, talk about what you don't understand. If the professor knows your name and sees your face enough, even if you are failing, you will get the help that you need. Whether it's review sheets, whether they recommend you to go to certain tutors, you're gonna get the help that you need. So I definitely recommend managing your time and also being acquainted with all your professors. Take unwind time. Unwind time for me usually goes with whenever my lunch time is. So whenever time I designate for me to be eating lunch is the time that I designate for my unwind time. That I think about nothing other than what's gonna make me like relax and peaceful. Some people's unwind time can be sleeping. If you do have the leisure to dorm, you might be able to just unwind, go into your dorm and take a little nap. I commuted from home, so I wasn't able to do such things. If I want to take a little nap, it's my head on the desk in study room in the library. But yeah, definitely that is important. You need time to unwind, period. You need to unwind. Because sometimes sitting in a 3-hour lecture, your head is fuming. You need to unwind. One thing that I wish I knew in the beginning as well, it also goes with being honest with yourself, is if you do not see an incline in a certain class, withdraw from the class. Do not suffer and get the F. If you've already taken 2 exams and you have a total of 3, so you have test 1, midterm, and then final, and test 1 and midterm you have already failed, withdraw from the class, because the final is going to be a bigger chunk of whatever test 1 and test 2 is going to be, most times of course. So, or even if it's all equal, failing 2 and only planning on passing 1 is not going to help you. You'd rather have a W that has no incorporation most times into your school GPA than having an F, which will literally drag you. Another website I'm going to link down below that helps me so much for me to stay on track and gives me a little idea of where I would be GPA wise is GPA Calculator. So you can put exactly what credit the class is going to be worth, and then you can put what your expected grade is, and then you can kind of see where your GPA is for the semester so far or towards the end. You can calculate it by yourself before you get the accurate calculation from your school. So the links will all be down below. Another important thing that's also like like should be without any conversation. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not look at this person and be like, wow, they're such a studious person. Oh my gosh, I should. Don't compare yourself to others. Anybody can come to class and appear any type of way that they want. Make sure you're doing what makes you happy, and make sure you are doing what's going to make you proud of yourself at the end of the day. Don't look and be like, okay, well, I graduated with this person and I should be graduated. Sometimes you need to take a semester off. Okay? Yeah. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need 2 semesters off. Do what's gonna ultimately make you happy. Because if you keep going on this path of, oh my gosh, when am I gonna finish? Oh my gosh, I don't have time. Oh my God. You have time. Every time you wake up and you're able to breathe, you still have time. Tomorrow is not promised. I'm not saying don't do your work because, oh, tomorrow's not promised. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying tomorrow's not promised. Take it easy. Relax. Everybody's path is different, regardless if it's the same major or not. My way to get to the corner store might be different from your way. You might know the back streets. I don't know the back streets. I'm going to go up the one way. Everybody's way is different. So try your best to take it easy, calm it down, focus on your plate. Focus on what is your focus. Don't worry about nobody else, sweetheart. Don't do it. Just focus on yourself. These are all my tips. These are the things that come to mind. These were the things that I was able to jot down really quick once I finished my makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, 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 all my college students, please leave other suggestions down below, because I know I forgot things. I know there's a lot of things that, you know, can be tips and tricks and things that I wish I knew, but these are just the things that stand out really loud to me, because for some reason when you're in college, you really feel this whole thing of, I'm behind, or I'm not doing, you know, this person is taking 6 classes and I'm only taking 3. Do what's your pace. Everybody's pace is different, and please do the major that you want to do. I know in the African community, in the Indian community, in the Asian community, your major is, as for some people's parents, is already given to you. Please do what's going to make you happy, because that is a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and it's a waste of assignments if you're not doing what's going to make you happy. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. A whole bunch of hugs and love. You guys like my hair? Everybody knows my signature color is blue. I hope y'all like it. It was long. I'll insert some clips of it long, but I got it cut to Bobbiana. Y'all know how I like my bob. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Virtual hug. Social distancing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until my next video. And it'll be soon. Bye guys. Good luck. Idiot, but not like so much. Oh, I'm going through it.